Welcome to part 21 of the Final Fantasy VI commentary. So after we figured out that Strago's daughter Realm is missing inside this fiery inferno of a mansion, we must go back inside and rescue her. On the way, we have to avoid these fireballs, which if you come in contact with, triggers an encounter with these balloon enemies, which are really weak to ice, or you can use Strago's lore to use Aqua Ray, which does just about the same amount of damage as ice would.
By the way, Ted's with us now.
Yes.
Yes.
Lewis once again is having computer issues, and nothing really we can do about that. We just hope, hopefully everything gets straightened out with him, and he can come back as soon as he can possibly can. But until then, Ted's taking his place. Ted, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, now that we have introductories over with, we can go back to Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
That's
no,
it.
the house is on fire.
You were just getting into this game yourself.
Yeah,
The
first playthrough.
What made you compelled to pick up 6?
Was
it our stunning commentary that got you into it?
Even though we haven't uploaded it yet by this point.
I figured, a few months ago I figured, I should probably play at least one of the Final Fantasy games. So I picked up 4.
Ones.
Yeah, so I picked up 4, which was available, the only one available at the time. I really loved 4, and everyone says 6 is so great, so I picked up 6. And I really liked it so far.
Then play 9.
Yeah, you're probably going to love 9 then. Which is definitely the most old school 3D Final Fantasy game you can play.
Well, from what I've seen of, what's called 7, it just sort of, I don't know.
Overrated.
I do agree that 7 is overrated, but I still like it.
It's an okay game, just so overrated.
Anyway, we got a boss battle going by here. This is the Flame Eater, the source of the fire in the mansion.
Eye of Mordor.
Well, he's not very strong, mind you. He's very weak to ice.
All you have to do is throw ice spells at it and
Just
then it dies.
Tap Terra Morph and use Ice 2, you're going to do a crap ton of damage. Either that, or you can use the Ice Rod that you found in the treasure chest and use it as an item so you can cast Ice 2, which also does a lot of damage.
Locke just decides to punch it.
Yeah, Locke uses fists. Every once in a while, the Flame Eater will use an attack called Bomblet, where it just summons more balloon enemies, and sometimes it will summon the random grenade enemy, which is a little stronger, and also has, self-destruct like all the other enemies, but it does like a crap load of damage.
You get the option to revert when you're morphed as Terra, though I don't understand why you would ever want to do that.
I don't understand either. Well, it's funny because
where are you?
Terra's morph timing is based off the amount of magic points you earn with her. So if you use up your morph ability for one battle and decide to use it again the very next battle, it's not going to last anywhere near as long as it did before. So what you got to do is grind magic points. And I think it's a cap of 255.
Is that when she starts glowing green? Or when it's
No, that's when she
maxed?
No. The glowing green means I have Shell on, which protects me from magical attacks. Well, I should say reduces magical attack damage.
Hi, Shadow.
Oh, hi, Shadow.
I like Shadow. He's a pretty cool guy. He
comes into burning buildings and isn't afraid of anything.
He uses smoke bombs in burning buildings and isn't afraid of anything. They use a smoke bomb to escape a fiery building.
That makes sense. Yes.
Are you okay, Realm?
Stop shouting.
But all the names are in caps.
I know all the names are in all caps. I just feel the need to listen loudly the voices in my head.
Mage warriors.
Which means there are people that could use magic. So what are we now?
What?
Are we the Mage Warriors Mark II?
Yay.
So anyway, what Strago here is explaining is that the Mage Warriors, ancient people that were able to use magic naturally, Actually, no, I wouldn't say naturally because they required the power of the statues in order to cast it at all. It's here that we find out. I think that the statues were the source of magic. So if the statues were ever to be put, then magic would disappear off the face of the earth. Oh, what a fuddy-duddy. Whatever the fuck that is.
Ted Woolsey.
Ted Woolsey.
I think they kept that for the advanced translation. I don't remember.
Shadow, where are you going?
He comes and goes like the wind.
And he slit his mama's throat for a nickel. Well, that's what Ted Woolsey wants us to believe anyway. No, but we'll find out later on exactly what Shadow's connection with Amasa is. See, I think there was supposed to be dialogue here, but they cut it out because you can obviously see Strago has some kind of connection with Shadow, but it's never gone into fully. We'll get into it later on, but not now.
Of course, if you don't get Shadow later in the game, you can't ever find out.
Yeah, if you don't bother doing the side quest, you'll never find out, yeah.
Interceptor.
Bitch, I said get over here.
Oh, no doggy for you.
No.
You wouldn't want that doggy anyway. The food's really expensive. 3,000 gil.
What a fuddy-duddy this is.
And now we get Strago, who I personally find rather useless.
I always found Strago useless too, but then I'll have those occasional playthroughs where I'm feeling a bit frisky, and I want to experiment with different characters. Strago is considered the blue mage of this particular Final Fantasy. You know, he learns abilities by enemy skills, which is like if you're familiar with the enemy skill materia in Final Fantasy VII, he has to get hit with a particular enemy skill in order to learn it. Which means he'll be taking a fuck ton of damage just to increase his arsenal. But I never really do it with so much, because some enemies that you have to really go out of your way just to learn particular abilities, and then you have to be lucky enough for that enemy to use it in the first place. I mean, like if you do go out of your way and take your time, he can become pretty useful. It's like a jack of all trades, a practitioner of all, but a master of none.
Random centipedes.
These are slurms. Weren't these guys in Futurama?
They produce cola.
Why don't you have them equipped with any magicite?
Because I maxed out my magical abilities off screen.
Well, you might as well just have them equipped with something now.
No, because really, once you learned all the magic and you have taken advantage of their level up bonuses, there's really no reason to equip it anyway, because I barely use summons in this game anyway.
No, well, I mean, you might as well have the magicite you want them to learn on now, so you don't have to grind as much later.
No, but I already, that's the thing, I already grinded off screen.
Well, did you grind Stragos? Oh,
no.
Well,
I don't need them. I have
good.
Terra is really all I need for magic casting.
What about Celas?
Well, there's Celas too, but she's not here.
Not true.
Actually, statistically speaking, Realm is actually the best magic user in the game. The only problem is she's fragile. She can't take as much damage as Terra or Celeste can. But I will go out of my way later on during this playthrough to level up Realm because she really hits hard with magic. So we're in this cave now. What we just discovered were these three monuments dedicated to the statues. At first, when I was a little kid playing this game, I thought these were the statues themselves. I was like, wow, this is very underwhelming. Suddenly, Ultros.
Ah.
It's teabagging luck.
It's about as random as a giant octopus falling from the ceiling.
Why does Ultros hate us? I don't get it.
Because we're humans and he's a squid thingy.
I never considered Ultros evil, though.
Just sort of a jerk.
Yeah. Okay, so we're fighting Ultros again.
They don't even consider him a boss at this point.
No, he's just more of a nuisance at this point.
Wow, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was the fire rod, actually. Because if you see me casting fire, 2 doesn't nearly do that much damage. But I think Terra can do that much damage, though, because now she's morphed.
Tentacle. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Well, Terra almost did that much damage.
Yeah, the morph ability didn't last nearly as long because I didn't grind magic points between the Flame Eater fight and this fight.
You still managed to get a good 4,000 in it for one.
Yeah, I still managed to get a good decent amount of damage in, but well, see, I think with the magic points not only determine how long the morph lasts, but it also counts as seconds. Say like you have gathered 255 magic points, the cap, to increase your morph duration. Each magic point counts as a second towards your morph time. So if you got 255 magic points, that's essentially 255 seconds of morph time you have. I think that's how it works. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Oh, but now...
Realm and Ultros, what are you doing?
I love how Locke is trying to hide behind the status screen, as if that can help him.
Staring into the fourth wall. So, Realm, since Ultros doesn't want his portrait painted, Realm contemplates suicide.
At least it's not drawing magic.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
So, obviously, in a moment that's not supposed to be taken seriously at all, they are now convincing Ultros to let Realm draw his portrait.
Uncle Ulti really wants.
And this is where we're introduced to Realm's gimmick. She has the ability to sketch, and where she sketches the enemy on screen and copies one ability from the enemy and casts on the enemy itself.
Ugh, more tentacle.
Yeah. In this case, Realm is copying Ultros, and he uses his tentacle back at him. And that instantly ends the battle.
How can this be? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus.
I think you can win the battle manually without casting sketch, but it's much faster if you do.
Wouldn't you be more helpful than Gramps? Of course you are.
Gramps!
How dare you! Fucking hooligan. But
Realm has joined our party.
Alright.
Hey. Unfortunately, though, we won't be using sketch ever again. Because of how glitchy it can be.
Save point.
We'll see what I mean later on. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Say no more.
Yeah.
I wonder what dropped... Oh! Maybe I shouldn't have stepped on the obvious pitfalls in the hole. I mean, in the ground.
Nah, I'll probably get a favorite later on.
The
then we got
random battles.
Animenchite?
You're not letting me read it.
Adamant.
You're not letting me read it.
There you go. Oh, God damn it.
Adamant should.
Now I will never know.
It doesn't matter, we killed it.
Nah. It's dead like the rest.
Yay.
We'll see what's beyond this door next part.
Well, it's a
no, we're seeing it right now, technically. We're going to see beyond what's in this cave. Next part.
I suspect more caves and holes and bridges.
You've acted like you played this game before.